Oh, hello there. I did not notice you. Welcome to the Jerick Show. Your only stop that you need to for all your news, views, and ill-informed opinions. I'm trying to kill time out because the platform we use, they've rearranged everything. They've gone over a makeover. Now I can't find where all the buttons are for everything. Oh, here it is. I think this is it.
Welcome to The Jerick Show, featuring your hosts, Javvad Malik and Erich Krohn. Timely topics, poorly presented.
You're back. That intro went a bit quicker than I thought. Anyway, speaking about things going quicker than you think, I'm pleased to welcome to the stage my co-host and good friend, Erich Krohn. How you doing, Erich?
This is just going poorly. But it's kind of funny. It reminds me of this. There's a commercial on TV here where they like zoom across. It's for insurance or whatever. And it's like an older gal at her kitchen. And it's like, you're on TV. And she's like, oh, ooh. Like, yeah. No, I'd be like, get the hell out of my house, right? Like, that's what that whole thing just reminded me of there. Oh, I love it. I love it, man. It's been too long. And you're right. They did this makeover on the platform here while we were gone. And like, okay, where is everything?
I am this close to switching platforms. We're close to renewal date on this, and I'm not sure if I want to keep on paying for this because the stats are bad. They keep moving stuff around. I don't know. What do you say?
I'm not against it. Yeah, the stats drive me crazy because it's like, it tells us folks that there's nobody watching at all, and then we get comments. Yeah. And you're like, how does that work? Like, what in the world? So yeah, I'm kind of okay with that, but we do need to download like 130 episodes.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, of course that's a me problem. Well, welcome back. It's been too long. I'm here in my new studio-ish thing that I'm still putting together at our property. Our house is on the market in the other place where we're at, so we're not living there anymore. I'm living in an RV camper next to this building.
Yeah, and it's a very nice camper. I mean, for those thinking like when being a Brit, when I thought camper, I thought of a caravan, something that you pull along, something that is just barely big enough for one person, 1.5 people. And I was like, how are Americans meant to fit in there? And I went there, and it's nicer than some apartments you get in central London. So it's a very nice camper van you have.
Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, it is a tow behind, but it is nice. Yes, I like that. Why do we have the logo doubled up there? Hold on a second. Let's see if there we go. We're straightening things up here. All right, folks. Don't mind us as we sweep this stuff out. It's been too long though. Like I said, how many weeks has it been since we've been on? Because we had October. Everything's been a madhouse kind of since October hit.
It has been very, very busy and very, very mental. Lots of traveling, lots of conferences. I was in Barcelona for the last 3 days. I was attending Gartner Symposium, and the weather was so nice there. It was like 20, 21 degrees. It was just perfect. The sun was shining most of the time, and it's really nice when you're inside a conference center to look out and see the sun. But the walk to and from the conference center to the hotel was lovely and everything. I landed back here, and it was just chucking it down with rain. It was cold, miserable. It's November. What do you expect? But it's that contrast made it. But there's been a lot of traveling. There's been a lot of events. But anyway, we are rambling too much. I'm sure people don't want to hear about that. They want to get into weekly stories with Erich and Javvad. I'll have to do that until you come up with the jingle.
Yeah, we should rework everything. If we go to this other platform, we should rework everything. Maybe we'll put a little effort into it. What do you say?
I don't know. It sounds like effort, but go on. Russian
right.
hackers create 4,300 fake travel sites to steal hotel guests' payment data. That is an awful lot of new phishing sites being created. So that's per Netcraft security researcher Andrew Brandt. And it's so, we've seen this actually from a year or 18 months ago. There's some of the big uh, booking sort of websites or some of the hotel
Yeah.
websites that were getting compromised, and people were getting a whole bunch of these kinds of emails. And it's very lucrative. Why? Because if you're about to go on holiday and you've spent good money on it, and suddenly you get an email saying, well, there's an issue with your booking or your room's no longer available, it's that trigger, it's that fear, it's that, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose out my money. I don't want to have my family without a place to stay or some issues like that. So you immediately click that, you follow the link, you enter your credentials, you want to verify it because you're so stressed. And I think that's why some of these things are so successful.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, going on vacation or holiday, as you would call it, I suppose, is actually very stressful, right? Like you're like, all of this stuff could go wrong. Oh my gosh, is everything loaded? Do we have everything we need? I mean, yeah, it's nice once you get there, but also let's think about this. Like you and I travel a lot. So we're always kind of on the road. Think about this though. How often do we go there on our cell phones, which are harder to see what's going on, right? Like I'm on travel sites all the time on my cell phone, as opposed to whipping out the laptop and doing it. So it would be really easy to stumble upon one of these incorrectly and not pay attention if it looks legitimate enough. Like if it looks like the real one that I'm expecting, then I could definitely be prone to this.
Absolutely. And I think that's the crux of it all, isn't it? Everything else is just window dressing, like how they've got the websites there. They want to get you to enter in all your details. They get you to enter your CVV. They try to do the processing in the background while you're on the websites, all that kind of stuff. But it's just one of those things. If they can get you emotionally and, like you said, on your phone, where it's harder for you to do anything, and we're kind of conditioned by a lot of these companies. Hey, follow this link to validate, for one click check-in or one click checkout or reserve your seat now. So I think it's one of those things that unfortunately we're going to see more and more of.
If you travel, watch yourselves. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, I believe was the term.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation going on there. Okay, ASUS warns of critical auth bypass flaw in DSL series routers. It says with this big lid on saying hacker.
Router.
So, sorry?
You said router. It's American router. Come on now. It's router. No. This was interesting because, I mean, anytime I see something like this, especially ones that may do remote access or, you know what I mean, that's kind of scary. And especially with something like an ASUS router, which is not necessarily your big rack mount type router. We're talking about stuff for home or small businesses with stuff like this. And those are the ones that get the least patching ever. So when there's a vulnerability on something like this, the idea of somebody going in and, your dad or grandpa being like, I need to go patch my router because those are a vulnerability, it ain't never going to happen. So unless you're set up to auto patch, granted, I think these routers are sort of gaming-ish on the DSL ones, I believe. So, okay, maybe you got a little bit more advanced than grandma, but still, who messes with that, right?
No. I think people are, for the most part, they set up their router and they just are glad that their internet works. And I think one reason why this is more important is since like COVID and everything, with the more rise in hybrid working, it becomes a bigger issue because You don't have the same protections at home as you do in the enterprise, so you're logging on and everything. So if there's a vulnerability, it could open up to other stuff. So corporations can be exposed by this too.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Hey, they value your privacy. That's good to know. Yeah. But you know who doesn't? DoorDash. Ha! You see what I did there? That was clever, wasn't it?
Very good pivot. Wow.
Yeah, so come on, man. Is nobody safe? Why are you going to go after DoorDash? You know, I already spent an extra $32 to have the burrito delivered to my house, and now you're going to go lose my info? I mean, that hurts. It really does.
It is.
But
it is. I know. Now the criminals know what kind of Doritos you like.
not Doritos, burritos.
Oh, burritos, whatever.
Yeah.
And they know that you want the one with extra corn syrup on it. Am I right?
No. No. Folks, he's joking about my disability, which is an allergy to corn. So, yeah, that's where that's coming from. That's what it is, man. Now, did it say a DoorDash user fell, I think, a couple up here. Wait. Victim to a social engineering scam. What a shocker that is, right?
Wow. We've never seen that one before.
No. Can you imagine somebody falling victim to a social engineering scam? Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel bad for the people. It is what it is. I mean, exploiting humans is still there, though, and it's frustrating to see that still happening.
Well,
right?
You know, I think it says a lot about your whole security stack. I mean, you know, if one person clicking on something just destroys everything, or just one person's credentials being breached and you can't detect that there's a new login from a new location with a Russian IP address or whatever. You know, it's just the indicators are there, people. We don't live in 1992.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, there are VPNs and stuff to get back to there. It's, you know, whatever. But, oh, wow. Notifications took 19 days. Look, took 19 whole days. Dude, that's speedy in this world. Dude, how many times do we see notifications not taken, like, it's like 6 months later and they go, oh, by the way, all of your sensitive information is dumped on the internet. You should do something about that. Here's some credit monitoring you can stack on the other 7 credit monitoring things you have in place because of other breaches. Like, I don't think 19 days is honestly that bad.
I don't think so. I think what is bad is what these people have highlighted, is that they say that no sensitive information was leaked. And then they go on to say that, well, your name, your address, your phone number, your email address. So
yeah, but see, everyone's already got that. So, so is it really sensitive if somebody already has all of that, right? I don't know.
That's like saying just because you've been bullied once at school, it's not the first time Eric's been bullied, so I can carry on bullying him. Because it's not the first time. Everyone bullies him. He should be used to it by now. He should have developed some immunity to it.
Yeah. No, I do got to back Chris here, who made that statement up there about, you know, where was it?
Toronto.
Yeah, Chris from Toronto, right? If this isn't sensitive information, what is? Like shoe size, dental records. Like what the hell else do you need for it to be sensitive when it's your home address and email and probably a phone number and your preference in burritos? I mean, seriously, that's crazy.
I used a fake name and forwarded email address for my account, but my real phone number and physical address have been leaked. Right. And
now,
that's the thing. When you're getting stuff delivered, you have to give your real address.
You do. Now, I'll be honest. I have used DoorDash. I've done Uber Eats a couple times, but generally, I only do that at like hotels and stuff when we're on the road. Like, there's nothing else around. You know, sometimes you'll get to that hotel that's like an industrial park. And there's just nothing else around. Every once in a while I'll do it, but you know, you can have my hotel room that's good for 12 hours or something. So, all right, man. All right. 11:45 America time. We're moving through here.
We're moving through.
Yep.
New Indonesian Foods worm floods NPM with 100,000 packages.
Yeah, I chose this because of those three letters, NPM. Now, dude, is it even safe to consider updating anything that runs packages from there anymore? I mean, it's like over and over and over, and a lot of times you don't have a choice where some of these updates come from when they're sub packages of a sub package of a whatever.
That's the thing. It's just it's like the long snake eating its own tail. You just don't know where it begins, where it ends, and who the real contributor. And that's not to put down like the legitimate development efforts that go on in between.
No, not at all.
There is just I just feel like you're absolutely right, and I can't believe I'm agreeing with you so wholeheartedly publicly. But we need better we need better verification checks in place to vet stuff that's coming in. We can't just carry on this cycle of. It's like when I was a kid. You know, when you were a kid, you probably remember you could drink water out of a hose pipe in the garden, and now, even if it's in a tap in a place, you're like, this is suspicious. I'm going to go get my own bottled water. I think that's where we come with the internet. Like there was a time when you could download something from an open source site and everything and just run it, and you'd be okay. At worst, you'd have an upset stomach for a day. But now we just need to be that bit more careful.
Yeah, and we're talking about such a large number of things happening. I think one of the lines in there said 43,000 new packages in 2023. That should be raising some flags. Maybe to double check some things. I mean, we're talking about huge numbers here that are probably not some awesome person doing the coding for their own little deal, right? Like this is not, I don't know, man, that's pretty significant. 43,000 packages in 2023. Now we got 100K here. Ouch.
Yeah, that's a lot. So we really need to trim the fat on the internet and on the show. So with that, we'll say goodbye and say we might see you next week. We'll hope to see you next week. Maybe on this platform, maybe on another one. Until then, stay safe.